Welcome to Stage in Society, everyone. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a truly iconic work of Polish realism, Gabriela Zapolska's The Morality of Mrs. Dulska. It's a play that gave us the term Dulskism, a biting critique of hypocrisy and petty bourgeois morality that, honestly, feels just as relevant today.
Absolutely, Anya. Dulskism, that outward show of respectability, even piety, covering up a whole host of moral compromises, double standards, and really just a deep-seated meanness. Zapolska really pulled back the curtain on that social stratum, and it wasn't pretty.
And the play opens, or rather our focus today, Scene for Fun, really thrusts us into the heart of this world. It's the morning in the Dulska household, and the chaos, the power dynamics, the whole essence of Mrs. Dulska herself comes roaring to life. It's a masterclass in character introduction through action.
We see it all, from the domestic duties to the deeply unsettling undercurrents. We're going to walk you through this scene, perform some of the key exchanges, and then unpack why it's so pivotal to understanding Zapolska's message. Anya, you'll be taking on the formidable Mrs. Dulska, and I'll be poor Hanka, the maid, and later Hesia's voice.
All right, let's set the stage. It's early morning. Hanka, barefoot and disheveled, is struggling to light the stove. Mrs. Dulska enters, already in a foul mood. And here we go.
Is that how you start a fire? Well, is it? A girl with a clod for a brain in my household? It must be a punishment from God. What a waste of wood. Get back to your cows. Yes, to the cows where you belong. A respectable home is no place for you. Out of the way. Wait, you really are good for nothing. I'll show you myself. She crouches down and starts a fire. Go and wake the young ladies. If they refuse to rise, off with the covers.
You know, right from that opening line, you get such a clear picture of Mrs. Dulska's character. She's instantly aggressive, condescending, and just oozing with a sense of her own superiority.
The sheer vitriol. A girl with a clod for a brain, punishment from God, get back to your cows. It's relentless. And it's all because Hanka isn't lighting a fire to her exact, probably impossible standards. It's a projection of her own anxieties, isn't it?
It's a power play, plain and simple. She immediately establishes her dominance and Hanka's subservience. Hanka, barely dressed, cold, trying her best, is immediately made to feel utterly worthless. It's heartbreaking in its efficiency.
And it highlights the class divide right away. Hanka is from the countryside. She's seen as less than, almost animalistic, despite doing the essential labor that keeps the household running. It's such a casual dehumanization.
Exactly. Dulska takes over, showing her superior method, which is itself just brute force, blowing on the fire. And then immediately gives Hanka another task. No thank you, no moment of connection. Just orders.
And the fire illuminates her plump and bloated face, a subtle but powerful visual cue from Zapolska. It's not a flattering portrait, visually or morally. Let's hear what happens next as Hanka returns.
Well, how are the girls? Are they up?
I pulled off the covers. Miss Hesia kicked me in the belly.
How dramatic! No need to fret, it'll heal in time for your wedding day. Pause. Look, you see how well it's taken.
Oh, that line. How dramatic. No need to fret. It'll heal in time for your wedding day. It's such a chilling dismissal of actual physical abuse. Her own daughter kicked a servant, and Dulska's response is pure callousness.
It speaks volumes about the value placed on a servant's body and well-being. It's literally zero. And the immediate pivot back to the fire, to a mundane household task, as if Hanka's pain is irrelevant. It's the ultimate move along, nothing to see here moment.
It normalizes the abuse within the family structure. Not only is Hanka subjected to verbal abuse by Dulska, but physical abuse by her daughter, and Dulska just brushes it off with a boys will be boys kind of mentality, but for girls. It's terrifying.
It also hints at the general atmosphere in the house. If Hesia feels empowered to kick the maid, what kind of moral compass are these girls being given? And it's Dulska herself who is setting that tone. But Hanka, in her quiet way, is about to drop a bombshell. Let's continue.
Pardon me, madam.
Must I always be the one to think of everything? Together you'll drive me to an early grave, the lot of you.
Kisses her hand. Pardon me, madam. If you please, I need to ask you something. I want to be let go at the end of the month.
Why? What on earth for?
Lowering her tone, I could start packing then?
Don't you dare. All has been arranged with the banking house. You must continue with your service. Well, I like that.
I'll pay back my wages.
Would you look at the girl? What a bold retort. It's all gone straight to her head. Town life is having an effect. Perhaps she's in a great hurry to become a lady's maid? Well?
If you please, madam, it's the young master.
Ah.
Yes, I don't want to, because it is.
Again?
All the time, what with one thing and another, and I don't...
Wow, that reveal. You can almost feel the air go out of the room. It's the elephant in the room that Dulska has been actively ignoring.
And the way Hanka has to tiptoe around it, kiss Dulska's hand, apologize, just to ask for her freedom. It's not just an employer-employee relationship, it's a feudal one almost. Dulska has so much control over Hanka's life, even down to her bodily autonomy.
The desperation in Hanka's voice, the breaking of her usual meekness, is so powerful. She's willing to give up her wages, everything, just to escape the young master. Zbyszko, Dulska's son, who we know has been taking advantage of her.
And Dulska's immediate reaction to Hanka's request to leave, not concern for Hanka, but for the banking house, for her own convenience and reputation. That's pure Dulskism right there. The system is more important than the individual's suffering.
It's all gone straight to her head. Town life is having an effect. She completely twists Hanka's plea for safety into an accusation of arrogance or ambition. It's a classic gaslighting move, denying the reality of Hanka's situation.
And her when Hanka finally says the young master, it's not surprise, it's annoyance. Annoyance that this inconvenient truth is being brought into the light, potentially threatening her meticulously maintained facade of respectability.
She knows. She clearly knows. Her again confirms it. This isn't a new problem, it's an ongoing, tolerated situation. And that's where the real moral bankruptcy of Dulska comes to the forefront.
Her immediate response, without even looking at Hanka, is just to wave it away. Let's see how Hanka reacts to that.
Without looking at her, very well then, I'll have a word with him.
I'm sorry, madam, but it won't make a blind bit of difference, because you've already told me, more than once, that you've said something.
More than twice, and still. Yes, well, this time it will help.
Only the priest has told me to leave.
Are you the priest's servant or mine?
But I must listen to the priest.
Go and fetch the milk and bread rolls.
Yes, madam. I will, madam. Exits.
Okay, that's it. That's the moment where Hanka, who is usually so submissive, actually pushes back, pointing out Dulska's past failures to address Zbyszko's behavior. She knows Dulska's promises are empty.
And the mention of the priest is fascinating. It shows that Hanka has sought external moral authority, and even that authority has advised her to leave. It's a direct challenge to Dulska's internal, twisted morality.
But Dulska immediately shuts it down with that cutting line. Are you the priest's servant or mine? It's a power move, asserting her absolute control and dismissing any external moral judgment that conflicts with her convenience. The church's moral authority doesn't apply when it's inconvenient for the Dulska household.
And then, with a simple command, go and fetch the milk and bread rolls, she sends Hanka away, effectively ending the conversation and deferring the problem. It's a chilling display of control and dismissal of Hanka's trauma.
It's classic Dulska, outwardly maintaining order and appearances, while beneath the surface, a terrible injustice is being swept under the rug. The image of the respectable bourgeois family is paramount, no matter the cost to others.
Absolutely. It sets up the central conflict of the play perfectly. Dulska will go to extreme lengths to ensure her family's good name is untarnished, even if it means sacrificing Hanka's dignity, safety, and future.
Now, with Hanka dispatched, Dulska turns her attention to the rest of her perfect family, whom she complains about constantly. She approaches her husband's door.
Felicjan, get up. The office won't wait, you know. She approaches her daughter's bedroom door. Hesia, Mela, you'll be late for school.
But dearest Mama, it's so cold in here. Can't we have some warm water?
What a ridiculous notion. Cold water is good for the constitution. Felicjan, are you up yet? Are you aware that your son, that good-for-nothing, has failed to return home? Well, you don't have anything to say? Oh, I dare say not. Father will be tolerant. The apple didn't fall too far from the apple tree, now did it? But when his little debts begin to mount, you won't be the one who has to bail him out, now will you?
Oh, the hypocrisy is just layers deep. She's complaining about her son's behavior and implying her husband is too tolerant. Yet she's the one enabling Zbyszko's exploitation of Hanka.
And cold water is good for the constitution. She's so concerned with their physical constitution, but completely oblivious to their moral one, or lack thereof. And the casual way she throws good for nothing at her own son, even as she protects him from the consequences of his actions.
She's projecting her anxieties about money and reputation onto Felikchan, who seems to be a rather meek and silent character throughout the play. She blames him for Zbyszko's behavior, while she's the one actively managing the scandal to maintain appearances.
It's a classic misdirection. She has to find someone to blame, and Felikchan is an easy target. She maintains the illusion of being the diligent, morally upright matriarch, even while her entire family is crumbling around her, and she's directly responsible for some of the rot.
And the irony of her saying, the apple didn't fall too far from the apple tree, implying Felikchan is also somehow debauched or weak when she's the one orchestrating the cover-up. It's a perfect encapsulation of her self-deception and her ability to externalize all blame.
Then we have Hanka's return, a brief interlude that grounds us back in the mundane realities of the house, even amidst all this moral drama. Pushes the kitchen door ajar.
Pardon me, madam, but the caretaker's here. He's come to collect registration forms for the lady and gentleman who've just moved in.
I'm coming. Hesia, Mela, Felikchan, a family of somnambulists. Well, I do declare, we'd have had to pack our bags by now, were it not for me. Enters the kitchen. Why has the caretaker left that new broom in the yard? It's pouring with rain. She closes the door, her voice fades into the distance.
And that's how the scene ends, with Mrs. Dulska complaining about her family, taking all the credit for their continued existence, and then immediately pivoting to something as trivial as a broom. It's truly a microcosm of her priorities.
It perfectly illustrates Dulskism. The minor, visible infractions, a broom in the rain, a poorly lit fire, daughters sleeping in, are huge problems. The major, hidden moral failings, sexual exploitation, emotional abuse, hypocrisy, are either ignored or skillfully managed to preserve appearances.
Scene 2 is truly a powerhouse. It introduces us to the core characters, establishes the toxic environment of the Dulska home, and immediately confronts us with the profound moral questions that Zapolska wants us to grapple with. It's raw, it's uncomfortable, and it's brilliant.
It lays the groundwork for everything that follows, showing us that this isn't just a story about a single family, but a scathing indictment of an entire social class and its superficial values. Hanka's plight becomes a symbol for all those exploited and silenced by this rigid social structure.
And the performance aspect really brings out the nuances. Anya, your Dulska was just wonderfully oppressive, and Ben, your Hanka conveyed that quiet desperation so well. It's hard to read these lines without feeling the weight of the social commentary.
Absolutely. It's a scene that, despite being over a century old, resonates with contemporary issues of class, power, and the facades people build to maintain their perceived status. Dulskism is unfortunately still alive and well in many forms.
Indeed. So if you haven't read The Morality of Mrs. Dulska or seen a production, we highly recommend it. Scene 2 alone is enough to get you hooked. Thank you for joining us on Stage in Society today as we explored this unforgettable piece of theater.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. We hope this deep dive into just one small part of the play encourages you to discover the rest of Zapolska's brilliant work.
Until next time, keep thinking critically about the morality presented on and off stage. And remember,
sometimes the real drama isn't on the stage, but right in your own living room. Or, in this case, the kitchen. Bye for now.